Here, we are not going to be doing formal deck techs like I usually do for people that know me on the regular. My content on the regular, I've got a bunch of decks, so we're going to be playing 1 to 3 games with each. We're going to try and get one decent game that shows off what the deck is capable of doing. Anybody that donates $25 or more to the charity stream during this segment, I'll add your deck in to get played for 1 to 3 games. We're going to be playing best of 1 with these decks. So we're going to play some blue-white, venture into the dungeon to start here. Shout out to everybody in Hoaglandia that's raised $2,300 during my segment so far already. Chat, what happened? How do I play? Why won't it let me play? Do I need to relog again? Maybe I need to relog again. I think that match might have broke Arena. Arena's not sure what to do. Demox! Thank you for the win. Thank you for the donation for the win. An option in the settings to unlock. Where is it? Isn't it usually a toggle right here? I have to go into the settings now? Where is it at? Settings, account. Weird. Strange. Okay. That's different. They really buried it there. It used to be it used to just be a switch that you'd click on the top. I mean, to be fair, it's good in general to onboard new players to your game and not overwhelm them with options right out the door. So I don't think it's necessarily bad that it's set up the way it's set up. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. Okay. Hey, Kerwan, thanks for supporting the cause. I appreciate it. Our creatures are not very good at school, chat. I think I'm gonna go Dungeon of the Mad Mage, because if we're gonna win this game, we're gonna need the card advantage long term from it. I'm actually just gonna pass here, because they could have a 5-mana planeswalker creature. Like if they played a dragon, I want to bar the gate. This is a good catch-up mechanic here, too. It Blush and Bruna Pops, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel today. I think I'm just going to pass here. I'm going to wait till I hit a 6th land so I can play this and hold up Bar the Gate. If they don't play a threat, if they don't get a threat into play, there's a good chance we can grind them out. And actually, at this point now, do I just spoils? I'm going to Paladin. Can always spoils later. Poor little Paladin. Don't need that one. Sure, they killed our thing, but we did get a thing here at least. That's nice. Banshee, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Then we can end step the spoils, and then we can untap with this. Some black-white ventures into the dungeon. Sounds good, D-Beard. Now, the real question is, are they going to have a counterspell up by the time we get to try and bar the gate on one of their threats? We might soak a counterspell with, like, Spoils or Alderans here. Show me your secrets. Resolved right away. So they're out of counter spells or they have a negate. I mean, well, I'm going to take the flunk here because it takes them off tempo. Because they could cast the flunk, but they can't cast anything else. They're debating murdering this elite spellbinder chip. All of their ways to kill it cost them 4+ mana right now, so we'll get to Epiphany and make a couple of birds and attack at least. Is their win con just sadness? I mean, yeah, they have like some planeswalkers and some dragons and stuff. Aaron, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. I am taking standard 22. As well as historic decks for donations. Okay. Okay. No, I'd take Vintage Cube for 100. Just as always. Be happy to do that for the Moto segment one of the mornings. What's going on, Eddie Freed? Thanks for the follow. I'm going to sacrifice this because if this loses its target, they don't get to scry. So we deny them a scry 2 there. I mean, honestly, we're not in that bad of a spot here. So I cantrip these. Like, we're deep enough into this dungeon at this point that, like, if we find a couple more venture cards, the card advantage from this could pull us through. And, like, this is one venture just sitting and waiting for when they eventually want a Mordecaitan. Mordecane. Now he's 8 mana. Goodbye, friend. Well, you know. Making a treasure token with our next venture, I'd imagine. We might use the treasure token at the Runestone Caverns. Okay, so now we're feeling a little less secure. Really want to hit a way to draw some cards here, or to venture, so we can do some stuff with this. Hey, awesome, Apothos. We played Pokemon Unite for like 2.5 hours this morning. It was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to be doing it at least a couple of times a week. And I'll have a question about it on my next sub-survey for people that are interested in that content. If they find a source of card advantage here, they're going to bury us. So it's we're basically in a top deck race to who can find some card advantage first. It's my main character in Unite. I've mostly been maining Garchomp. However, I played Talonflame and Machamp this morning, and they were both a lot of fun. I like the more aggressive characters, things that can deal damage. $45E, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. This match just made you sad. I mean, I think we've been in a pretty good spot considering we mulliganed kind of low. We're like a draw 3 from being solidly in this game. Unfortunately, Malice in here is probably going to flunk its class. Wow, getting a counterspell on that is so good for us. Yeah, Brave Bird on Talonflame is quite absurd. This Crawling Baron is going to let them end the game pretty quickly, potentially. Feels like there's a good chance that one of these are another Saw coming. Yeah, I'm supposed to trade with a bird here, speaking of brave birds. Rewarded. Now we can block and survive. They have another poison the cup. I do not have any creature lands hiding in my mana base, unfortunately. This is a Time Walk. They have enough mana to Time Walk and Crawling Barrens. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, chat. There's been a couple cards banned and suspended and banned and okay. $466 mythic rares. I believe Hoaglandia can burn through 466 mythic rares. Let's roll some dice. Futurist, thanks for the follow. So again, if you're just joining us, we're raising money today for No Child Hungry. They're an organization that seeks to end child hunger in the United States. Really great cause. We've raised almost $2,500 today during my segment. I'm going to be adding $1,000 on top of that because I promised to match the first $1,000 in donations that we've got. If you donate $25 or more, I will play a game with a deck of your choice on stream. You can donate here, put a link to the deck list in your donation comment, and I'll see it. I've got a few decks lined up here to start, but I'm going to get through. We're going to get through all of them pretty quick, I think. Barbarian class expressive iteration sounds like you keep here. We'll bottom. I think I actually bottom Prismari command here because I need my land drops, and this is a 2-mana play, and this we don't want to play till 3. I could be right to bottom a mountain here too. Oh no. Is it going to be another control deck, chat? I'm just supposed to level this. Okay, nice. So this game's probably going to go long enough that I want this. Then we'll bottom this and we'll play the land out. And then next turn, we can level this, play this, then we can do this the following turn. So this deck is looking to get Barbarian class to level 3. And then play the Wild Shaper dice rolling card and make a bunch of copies of the Pixie Guide. But it looking like Blue-Red Dragon so far. This could be another Behold. It could be a counter spell. It could be an extra turn. They play a large range of these foretell mechanics. Okay. Interesting. You know, I think I'm just going to do this while they're tapped out. Just to resolve my spell. I'll bottom all of these, looking for our Wild Mage here. There she is, chat. So next turn, we'll be able to go tapped land, Pixie Guide, level Barbarian class. Then we can attempt her the following turn. They are just dragons. They're just playing a weird card. Got it. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and concede and try and get another game with this. They're just never not going to have mana up at this point for the rest of the game. For the kids, thank you for the anonymous donation. Is it technically at 20 redeemed again already? I think we're gonna have time to do some more decks. I put it at 20 initially, but not everybody that donated the proper amount included a deck list. Love it. Okay, so let's bottom. Let's bottom the Burning Hands here, be a little greedy. So, Zariel here does not give us extra die rolls. However, it does give the Wild Mage haste. We just like 3 for 3 on do-nothing control decks here in the best of 1 queue. Well, there was a cleric list at the start. I have a mental block and I don't recall about which you are speaking. That's the tap itself to activate. Awkward. Well, the opponent has a lot of spells in hand. Foil the scheme. I'm gonna hang tight on her for a turn, since I'm only 1 land off of playing You Find the Villain's Lair and her at the same time. Yeah, it's fine. Sounds good, Dr. Mr. Punny. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I think we're dead. Let's just move on to the next deck. This is not a good one for fast games because it's really awful. And the games take too long against these control decks. $19 mythic rares. I told you, chat, we're gonna burn through these 400 wild cards really quickly. Oh, this is a race to mythic, not bronze. We're gonna do a lot more going down than up during this segment. No, I think they just loaded up like 500 or 600 to start. I assume they'll have plenty. So, keep. This technically finds our missing piece. We could scry into it for the turn 2. We will win the race to mythic wildcard depletion. Accurate. I'm pretty sure with the second removals, with the second discard spell here, they were supposed to take this. I have the RTX voice off because it was causing a lot of distinction or distortion and breaking up recently. I feel like that was hurting the audio quality more than the random miscellaneous background noise does. Is that what caused the delay? No, yesterday I tried streaming from a piece of software called XSplit that apparently is just not a good piece of software. It isn't functional. Well, it's functional, it just, you know, has audio desync issues that they were unable to resolve. I had the RTX voice off yesterday too, actually. That was, the kids are generally around, but the door was open too. One day we'll learn. Listen, we got 2.5 hours to win a game or two, chap. That being said, I feel confident we're going to pass this account along at the gold 4 rank floor. So for those of you that haven't seen this deck before, your goal is to mulligan to Tybalt's Trickery plus a 0 mana spell. And then Trickery something big into play on turn 2. Which sometimes it works out, sometimes you get Thoughtseize, sometimes you never see your 2 combo pieces together. G. Miller, thanks for supporting the cause. I appreciate it. Yes, but dice rolling is what ruined Magic, yeah. Alright. Okay. Okay. Xanthius. That's an absurd contribution. Thank you for your generosity. All right, Arena. We just had a big donation. Don't let them down. That was $1,000 for the kiddos. They are the top donator here for the segment today. All right, Yugi boy. This is all I've got. Your turn. Can you believe how unlucky we are? I have to discard the hand size here. It's pretty unfortunate. Hopefully when you play this deck, you'll be a little bit luckier than I am. They didn't have a removal spell at end of turns. They should just be dead, right? They can kill Jin-Gitaxis maybe, but Ulamog's ready to truck on in. Oh yeah, Jin-Gitaxis also makes your opponent's hand size 0, by the way. For people that are wondering what happened there. Oh, they were doing a Reanimator deck, chat. Godbearer into Blood for Bones is kind of cute. Look at that. And they didn't think we'd get on the scoreboard. Chat thought we'd wallow around. I agree, chat. Hoaglandia's goal, we're down to 443 mythics. Hoaglandia's real goal is to race this account down to 0 wild cards left before we pass it off. So if you wanna help me put 0 wild cards on this account before we pass it to the next person, make sure you donate at least $25 to the benefit for NoKidHungry, and we'll get your deck list up next. It needs to have lands in it, but if you ship me a deck with all rare lands and all mythics in it where the mythics are castable, I will play it for at least one game. Oh, there are mythic lands too, huh? They're bolt lands though, right? Nivmatic actually probably doesn't have that many mythics in it. Hand's pretty good here. We got 1, 2, and now we can do these on 3, and then we've got Dog Mom for 4. Thanks for the follow, Taco. I would wonder if Blue-White Venture... What's your creature count in that deck exactly? Do you enable Fly consistently? Thanks for the follow, Zorath. Good afternoon. Listen, chat, we're not throwing away our shot, okay? The Soul Scar Mage is young, scrappy, and hungry. He's coming for him. They discarded Sweltering Suns last turn, so are my creatures dead this turn? What's going on, Sakti? Thanks for the 32 months. Whew. Just mono red things, chat. Just mono red things. The Griefer conceded when they had 2 cards left in their deck. 1919's probably a little on the low side. Ah, 7 mythic rares. Finish it. Finish him. Thanks for the tips, Octi. Thanks for supporting the cause. I say thanks for the donation. They're not tips for me. Thanks for the tip is my auto pre-programmed streamer response when the money thing pops up. All of those donations to Tiltify are going to NoKidHungry. Okay, so you got this on 2 into this on 3 to dig for mana potentially. Nailed it. Ramp it up. Do. Casual, gonna have casual 8 mana on turn 3. Yes, the almost $3,600 is just Hoaglandia's portion. The trick to trading the wild cards is to submit decks that have a lot of mythics in them that also don't overlap with other things. Yes, exactly that. I played this and hold this. We might cycle this one. I believe it was about 500 mythics we started with. We're blue-red Trod, yeah, basically. It's a glory banger. Hand. Library. Exile. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Giant dragons blowing through ya. Got him. This account was provided by Wizards of the Coast to all of the people that are streaming as part of this event. Well, maybe I should have scryed at my upkeep there. Now, I expect they'll be able to refill the wild cards in between, but I think it would just be funny if they had to. If they underestimated us. Lightning Helix? Lightning Helix? Oh, no! Oh, no! We were so close, chat. We were so close! 2 burn spells in a row. Yikes. Only one mythic in this one, chat. Only one mythic in this one. Alright, standard 22. Imported deck number 8. Max, thanks for the follow. You can cast Chance for Glory as the way it was intended. Thanks for the contribution, Red Tomato. Appreciate it. Yeah, Ascian's great. Mana's like a touch awkward here, but I get to go tapped land into untapped land, Triumphant Adventure. If we could find an untapped land on 3, this into this is a really strong curve. $1 million shillings from 0. If you're a sub, you get a little bit of a bonus. About 1,800 hours, I think sounds correct. I don't know what the exact calculation is. Little blompers, thanks for the follow. Unfortunate that we're missing on the land here, but this got to attack and trigger, so that's nice. I don't know exactly what they're doing. I think I'm going to head into the Pan Delver to start. Now they're probably controlling. I'm going to go into the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Play for the long game. We've got 2 Nadars in hand. So they had that, they just wanted a juicier target for it. Makes sense. Are they just blue-red dragons? They might just be blue-red dragons. Well, I mean, I'm not going super wide here, right? So it's not like I'm really going to leverage Nadar's extra text here. That makes sense. I've already got a couple of answers rolled up, so I think I want to bottom that and just dig for more things to venture. They did just tap a land and then do nothing with it. That is accurate. Optics, good afternoon. That's exciting. So this is a counter spell or a draw spell. Nebbed, good afternoon. Thanks for the follow. We're just taking environmental sciences here and fishing up a land. Hey, Meg, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Negate me on that one, sure. I like kind of wanted an extra land, but it also like wasn't that big of a deal. This is 2 away from drawing 2. Drawing 2. This draws 3 proper at the end, but the Runestone Caverns here is basically like drawing 2. Little bit of regret not to keeping the Soul Shatter. Hopefully this can find us another removal spell. Yikes. Did they see it coming, chat? We could just be dead to double time walk here. Soul Shatter. That's fine. Alright, if they don't have an answer for our second Nadar here, completing the dungeon of the Mad Mage could drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line. Oh, that's really sad. We're 1 mana off of this. Unfortunately, I have to play these cards right away. I'll grab a reduced to memory here at least so we can interact with this later. And this makes a 3/2, so the Lash of Malice cleans that up too, which is nice. We play those forever, it doesn't give an expiration. So you may play them is saying this is your only chance to play them. It doesn't say exile them, you may play them while they're in exile. Is the verbiage we'd expect if you could play them forever. So, unfortunately, our friend Barrowin is just gone here. Okay. And just like that, we're suddenly ahead. Haven't even finished the Mad Mage yet. I was gonna get them a draw too. Oh, mascot exhibition of their own, sure. Fair is fair, I suppose. Hey, when you hunt for specimens, you get more mascots, chap. These mascots brought to you by treasure tokens everywhere. Goldspan Dragon seeing play in older formats. No, Goldspan's not good enough for older formats. Yikes. Generally speaking, older formats really care about efficiency. And it is... This attack seems really bad from the opponent. Goldspan Dragon is not anywhere near efficient enough for those older formats. He's playing Canlander. I mean, that's probably true. I don't know, like even in Pioneer, it's like competing with stuff like Omnath. 4-color Omnath is legal in Pioneer. What do I mean by efficient? I mean, older formats tend to be dominated by a plethora of very cheap spells. So Goldspan Dragon's headlining feature is the fact that it ramps you up into bigger spells. And generally speaking, putting your deck full of bigger spells is not where you want to be in Magic's formats with deeper card pools. Like it's not uncommon for like Modern and Legacy decks to like curve out at 3. So they have to play Ebon Death now, or they lose it. And then I can Skyclave Apparition it. Okay. None of these cards venture. Let's bottom them. Hopefully this isn't a pile of birds. It's probably a pile of birds, chat. Uh-oh. Deal. Oh, and they have birds. Whoo. Things are not looking good for our hero, Chip. No second bird at least, I guess. I guess I shouldn't have attacked with this. Well, I'll play the land, I guess, because I can't afford to lose the 2 life. I'm not dead yet. Womp womp. And this is, I feel like, I know I chose Dungeon of the Mad Mage here, but like, even if I hadn't, the other dungeons wouldn't have been enough to pull us through there anyways. I feel like these 2-color adventure decks just don't get to play enough consistent, sustainable sources of venture to be particularly good. Like, the venture decks that we've played that have felt the best have been Esper and Abzan, because those decks all get to play 3 sources of cards that venture every turn. So it's really important when you're playing those kind of decks that you do it every single turn. All right, we had a request, we had a donation for cycling. I have cycling on my website. I don't think I did, right? All right, I'm copying past Jeff here. Both Tempered Steel and Humans are decks I'm really looking forward to. Alright. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. Do 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 do. Vampires will get any goodies, hopefully. Flameblade Adept, not quite as good as the Foxon one, but pretty decent, especially with the second one to follow it up. Fire and Fury, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Oh, I queued for best of 3. I apologize, it was instinct. Best of 3 is not an option. That's fine, we're queued, we'll play a game. We'll win one game and then concede. Yeah, Inquisition this one, chat. Ready to give him the bink bonk? One of your finest bink bonks, please. Hopping on the bike, chat. Gotta get our pedaling in for the day. Hey, B-Dell. Thanks for supporting NoKidHungry. Oh no, chat, my bink bonk. Down to 9. Okay, am I cycling this Fox, or am I playing it out? Feels like they could have a sweeper, huh? I think I just want to hop on my bike here and just, like, run them down. Hey, down to 3. I'll play this one and cycle this one. This means I have to have 2 removal spells here. Gotta be able to kill both of these. They're going to 2 off of this. Good night. For the sake of the account getting to Mythic, I'm gonna play the game too. That was fast. We're going to do a different cycling deck after this one as well. We have a donation for Treasure Flare. Don't worry, I've got Treasure Flare and Sultai Citadel Storm as things coming up for after this one. We are doing a charity stream. You see whether the client can juke you during the description. I don't know what you mean, Bedell. Citadel Storm I'm gonna need to pull Brainstorm out of though. Oh, the Treasure Flare. It's not too bad usually. Yeah, seeing's great. We'll bottom the land. Yeah. The Treasure Flare. The Treasure Flare deck is surprisingly competitive. What's going on, Keck? Right, let's play Rescuer, and then next turn we can go Fox into starting to cycle. Hop on the bike. Run him over. Offer this trade here. Get our token. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this proactively. I guess I could have Raking Claws to kill their thing, but I wanna pump this up. I wanna get this out of stomp range here before we pass the turn. Richard, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon.
Can you spell Noob Simulator?
Noob Simulator?
Noob Simulator.
Are you a noob?
No, I just want to watch Snoop. Because it's Noob Simulator. You have to get the noobs.
Gotta get, you hear that, chat? In Noob Simulator, you gotta get the noobs.
You have to kill the noobs. That's what you have to
That's why he has to simulate them, because he's not one. Got it, makes sense.
And you have to kill them. You have to kill noobs in this game.
Alright, you go beat all the noobs, okay?
Yeah, I'm killing noobs.
Close the door, dude. Honestly, I think our route to victory at this point involves just cycling into a Zenith Flare, so I go ahead and discard this and keep the cyclers since the graveyard's nice and full. Just open to peel a boom boom. Well, that gives us a very real timeline here. Miguel Bello with the 1069. Thanks for the contribution. Well, there go all of our friends, chap. Clothis versus Castle. If this makes beauties, does Clothis count as the beast, chap? Waiting for your series difficult. I agree. If they put some kind of real threat into play, we can concede. Yeah. On the Jun mid-range. I think we could have beaten Clothis if we had Zenith Flares. Without Zenith Flares, we're definitely done. Remember a couple of Chandras in here to grind with. Sure. We'll cycle the Zenith Stinger on one, probably. Maybe the cast out, actually. So if we draw a red source, I wouldn't mind having a second threat. And then I think with the red source draw right away, I'm actually going to lead on Stinger, because I'd like to play this and cycle in the same turn, so that way I get to make a token right away. If they kill this, missing out on a point of damage is less bad than missing out on the token. The token likely represents multiple points of damage. Do you have a Blood Chief's Thirst or a Fatal Push, or is this 2-2 going to get into the red zone? B. Aggressive. B-E. Aggressive. Huh. Man, it's close. I almost want to play this instead. Any piece of spot removal makes this pretty bad, though. This is historic. I guess there is still a cycling deck in Standard, isn't there? Am I playing around a sweeper here? I think I am. Decline to commit another thing to the bid. We are, for folks that are just joining us, we're doing a charity stream today, so people are attaching deck lists to donations to NoKidHungry. So we're not sticking on decks for a long time, we're bouncing back and forth between Standard 22 and Historic. Yeah, that's why we waited. Oh shoot, I missed a damage. I guess I'll just take the pass at this point. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. And we'll do this. Then we'll cycle this at their end of turn. And then we're going to want to pop these Zenith Flares sooner rather than later. Since the Clothis is chewing away at our graveyard, making them worse. If they have another sweeper, we're probably dead here. Brag Tusk is pretty bad for us, too. Spot removal is not terrible. We'll have a Flame Blade and a token left over. I agree with you that the one thing worth complaining about with Historic Masters is the distribution method. Leaves a lot to be desired. Man. I guess I gotta do this, huh? Let me attack and offer this trade. Rip your wild cards, rip my credit card. I did look over Historic Horizon spoilers we've had so far. It'll be up on YouTube this evening. Jackal is a little bit scary. You're not wrong. I mean, not all of the cards in the set are new to Magic Arena cards. Some of them are going to be repeats. Salty children shouldn't go hungry, and neither should Mardu Treasure. Is that Mardu Treasure? Do you mean the sacrifice deck that we played?
You and I are gonna take him out. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
If so, that one sounds great. Chandra is definitely one of our better draws here. She lets us get a little grindy. Awesome. Happy to do that one.
So you've seen through my disguise. How badly
Well, I think we're dead, champion. Ooh, I think there's a reason, Socio Penguin, that they put me and MTG Goldfish at the start of their relay.
So many painful memories.
Raphael seems to understand the types of content that we do. I don't think that was a mistake. Glothus is very good against us. 5 rares, 39 rares, 5 mythics. All right, working our way down. This is an account provided by Wizards of the Coast. Yes. That all of these streamers are sharing it for this event. A note that account sharing is against the Magic Arena terms of service. They have given us a special exception for the account they have provided for us for this event. All right. The Orphan Guard Companion, such a good juke in this deck. People think we're Jeskai control. For people that haven't seen this deck before, you mulligan until you have Treasure Hunt in your opener. We had it in 7 because we're a professional. And then, oh no, we drew the Zenith Flare right away. Well, that's fine. I have Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, so I need to discard 19. Oh, I forgot to put a stop. Shit, we're going to get got, aren't we? So we discard a bunch of cycling lands here. Oh, I should have discarded this Ketria Triumph. It's hard to see exactly what's in your hand there at the end. Rainbow Lands Runaway Steamkin. Okay, opponent, you have my attention. I'm listening. It is a flare for 18 already. You're not wrong. So we'll shock this in. We'll cycle this, then we'll kill them next turn. Oh yeah, they could be elementals with a bad draw. They know the Zenith Flare's coming, chat. They know it's coming. Definitely some kind of bad storm deck.
I don't have time to study. I've got fights. Don't worry, this won't take long. I'll make quick work of you.
Bing bonk! Bing bonk! It's the new zombie hunt strategy. I mean, by new, you mean we've been playing this deck for many a months, then yes. I'm gonna give this one more than one, because it's therapeutic to play and it's pretty quick. Yeah, it's been a long while since Zenith Flare was added to the platform, or Amonkhet, yeah. Since we had Amonkhet remastered. Oh, by the way, I haven't been plugging it because, speaking of cards being added to the platform, because there's a charity thing going on today, but the next Shoglandy Open is going to be August 15th. It's a Sunday. And it will be new historic right after Historic Horizons releases. Now that's actually unfortunate. Discard 3 cards. We need to hop on our bicycle here. No, what's it called to put a spell back on top of our deck? Mystic Sanctuary. Probably gonna be too slow here against Phoenix. Yeah, the Sprite Dragon gets real swole real quick. If we'd have had another treasure hunt, we'd have been okay. Oh, Arcanus is a little slow. If their start's slow, we could be okay here. I'll cycle this now and get my auto pass value in. That is true. If we get to do the thing... Oh, you know what? Are we just killing Stormwing Entity this turn? I think that's probably the play, right? It honestly might have been the play last turn. Catch your itch out, make sure. We have our colors. Bonk. Hey, and then hopefully there's a Mystic Sanctuary on top of our deck, and then we could redraw the Zenith Flare and bonk the Storming Entity. Dreadnought Arcanist seems a touch awkward in their archetype because it doesn't, the spell it casts doesn't count towards Arclight Phoenix. I guess it's just like a good must answer threat. This archetype's gonna love Dragon Rage Chandler. I would expect this archetype still very good and competitive with the addition of Dragon Rage Chandler. Yeah, it's the best one-drop in Modern, but it's the best one-drop in Modern because, the artifact card exists, so. Yeah, Bobble. Better than Monkey? Yeah, I think so. The evasion on it's a big deal. Being able to jump up matters a lot. Phoenix will be tier 0. I don't know if it'll still be tier 0, but it'll still be very good. Whoa! Fear Burger. Thank you for the tip and an anonymous donation of $200. Thank you, kind souls, whoever you are out there with that one. Do you have any deck you'd like to see played, Fear Burger? Let me know. We've cleared 4,000 in total, with which my 1,000 at the end puts us to over 5,000. Thanks, everyone. Y'all rock. Thanks for helping us do something good. Look at that. We finally treasure hunted into Treasure Hunt. the way the good Lord intended. Thanks for the follow, Jim Voss. You're guessing they'll put Lava Dart in. I hope not. I think Lava Dart's a really toxic card. $2022 trolls. Okay. Man, chat, we are impressively bad. That's it. Like, what are the... Alright, so this next treasure hunt's gonna draw like half our deck, right? That's how this has to work. Wow. Watch the Zenith Flare be the bottom card. Alright, not quite, but almost. Alright, so... Alright, I have 3 islands. I need to keep the Mystic Sanctuaries. I need to keep the Lonely Sandbars. Okay. So again, I just sorted all of the cards I wanted to keep in hand to the left. And then when I discard here at the end, this is the best way to work the interface in my experience. We simply start from the right and click one at a time, moving our way down. Marooner, thank you for the tip. Thank you to the anonymous who just donated $20. Yep, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards over here on the right. We'll put Zenith Flare all are on the left, all the way to the left here. If you run out of cards, it's discard right to left. I have no idea. Fangs of Ice, thanks for the follow. If you haven't seen this deck before, and you think it's a hoot, it is. This is one of the many decks you could find up on my website. It's a great resource for historic stuff up there. I have not updated it post-Brainstorm banning yet. And at this point, with the new set coming on the 15th, I'm going to be waiting for that. So there's a little bit of dated stuff up there. But still a good source for good ideas. To get a baseline for if you want to update some stuff yourself or see some wacky things like this. Thank you to whoever that sub is. I'm focusing on discarding cards at the moment. Discard 34 here. See, chat, the key is never to panic. The shuffler can sense when you're panicking and it strikes when it feels fear. Look at that. I kept exactly the 7 cards I wanted to keep. Zenith Flare, 3 Cycle Lands, 3 Mystic Sanctuaries. So now, even if my opponent has a counter spell, we can Mystic Sanctuary set back up again. Alright, let's move along to the next one, huh? So this is a deck that needs updates because Brainstorm is gone. Actually, do I just get rid of the blue? We just play green-black Citadel Storm? J-Man donated $69.69 for the kids. Nice indeed. Yeah, putting a bunch of Witherbloom commands in the main seems fine. And then cutting shocks out of the mana will make the mana meaningfully better. Less painful is good. I probably don't mind keeping the cycle lands, right? That's probably fine. You cannot cycle them, you can only play them. There is not a green-black that cycles for 2, no. How many lands are in the build on my site? 24. I think that looks good. Yes, we are playing all the decks that people submit with donations in Best of Wednesday. So after this one, I've got 3 more decks queued up. So we've got plenty of time. I'm going to be streaming for another 2 hours almost. I'm trying to get 1 good game in with each of the decks. So if we have one where we just mulligan and do nothing, we'll give it a second shot. 10 sounds fine. We do want to keep in mind that we have triple black card we're looking to cast, so probably want to play Overgrown 2-on-1. We did successfully play around the discard spell with Double Land War. A true skill game. Maybe with the Swamp Draw, I'm supposed to play this. It's important to remember that our life total is a resource with this deck. So there is some value in not hammering ourselves early. Okay. I have a feeling that this is not particularly safe in our hand with what this opponent is doing, though.
With whomever brews the best tea. A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
So I discarded the Citadel because I just want to guaranteed get to 6 mana. Anti-Arc Demon, thanks for donating.
Empty your mind.
Small donations do add up.
Loneliness can hurt.
If we just, like, you know, if they don't kill our elves and we draw a Citadel and have a decent turn, we can kill them.
All I've left you is pain.
What is this broken RNG card they're rooting magic? Can you believe? Look at this kind of horse shit design, putting this word random on all these Magic Arena cards. Stupid digital designs. Making the game more random than it used to be. Back in my day, oh wait. What's going on, Grimmleton? Thanks for contributing. Let me know if there is a deck you'd like to see played.
What a whiner.
This is one of the reasons we held on to Fabled Passage. That way we could fetch if we drew something like this. What a whiner. Dark Ritual into mediocre 3-drop flyer. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know, I should have cracked a Fabled Passage in response there so I could use the Oracle to scry effectively. Reminds me of playing Dead Guy Ale back in Legacy. The old turn 1 Dark Ritual. Thought sees you, take your Force of Will. Him to Torak you, take 2 more cards at random. The best ones were when you'd like Dark Ritual him to Torak them and you'd take both their land. They just didn't get to play the game at all. Just like good beats. Him to Torak is like the poster child of like Magic's always been designs like this. That card still sees some play, right? Sounds miserable. It was miserable. Rats. Alright, we'll give it another try. Grimmleton is looking for a red-white hammer deck. Anybody have the historic hammer deck list? Guard yourself. It is a great cause. Thanks for contributing. Yeah, sans gas. Fetch my swamp to start here, get my auto pass value. Probably checking out their options. Innkeeper is here, chat. Well, you could potentially have a turn 4 Citadel here, right? You get to go Oracle next turn into Citadel the turn after with decent hits. Yeah, this is one of the cards in the last Jumpstart set. Memory lamps. That's unfortunate. At least we have the 4th land rolled up in hand already. I saw a lot of play pre-Field of the Dead Man. A lot is a stretch. Hey, Jack, thanks for the contribution. Alright, does it resolve this time? Alright, I'm gonna concede with my deck looking to play a 6-mana sorcery speed card against the deck full of counterspells. Hopefully our opponent cues into mono red. Gets run down by efficiency. Or elves. Elves probably steamrolls them. Alright, got a ramp dork and a citadel. Speaking of red, alright. I'm ready to weather the red storm, chat. Need one more piece of mana to get to our friendo. I've never been so aware of the deficiency in counter spells as when I was playing elves against the flash deck. Yep. Well, the good news here is I have lots of Bolas' Citadels, so we could just jam into counter spells here. If they kill this, I'm going to gain 6. Because the more life I have when I put Citadel down, the more likely we are to get to pop off with it. They're about to massacre my boy, Chip. We could die next turn. They could be Dragon Storm. They could kill us. I'm gonna go ahead and just gain 6 here. Casting this is kind of like putting mana in the bank for later. Ooh, hopefully they're Phoenix. Well, I guess Phoenix doesn't usually play this. Or they could be Indomitable Creativity. They have 2 mountains. Them using that before we put our artifact into play here is great. Come on, just like cast some more cantrips and then pass. They are Dragon Storm, okay. Nice, nice. Now, what do we need on top of our deck to go off? We need like Oracle of Maldaya into need like Oracle into a Magecraft Idiot. I needed you on top of my deck with Loom Apprentice. Oh yeah, Oracle into Doom Whisperer. Into Mage Idiot would be great. There's gonna be a land and it'll pass. Yeah. Yikes. Well, at least the land on top means if we get another turn and they shatter this, we have mana to cast this. Right, we might not get another turn, though. If they go 1 mana spell... Well, they don't have a Dragon Storm in the bin yet. That's good for us. Their deck looks to, like, looting, ditch Dragon Storm, and then flash it back with Mystic's Mastery. Our opponent shows violence when they woke up this morning, Chip. My poor little artifacts. Rested pepperonis. We have not used all of the wild cards. Memory lamps. Am I dead yet? I hope they end up giving us enough slivers to make them playable, as in, there's definitely enough slivers that exist to make them playable in this format. It's just going to be a question of, will they all be in the set or not? Okay. This could be it. I'm gonna pick up the weather of the storm here, because if we find Oracle of Maldia, I'm looking for an Oracle. Yep. That makes a treasure, so we just needed a land to cast Weather the Storm. Sweet. Alright, chat. See, they just need a couple of chances sometimes. Alright, I have no idea what this deck is doing, so I need to actually look at it before we play. X is the sacrifice creature's power. It has the Pest Lord in it. That's great. Mystic Reflection on a 5-power thing. Plus 10 to the pests. Okay. Yes, this is a standard 22 deck. I'm taking standard 22 as well as historic decks. If you donate $25 or more, we'll get a couple of games played with your deck. Minimum of one good game. Yeah, this looks, you know, kind of a fun idea. Some of these that seem neat that I haven't played before, we might revisit during a normal stream time. Been looking for some deck ideas to kick around 22. We're probably gonna have a bigger focus on standard 22 during my normal stream segments for the next 2 weeks or so. I'm gonna put historic on a little bit of a back burner since we know we're getting a big injection. Because, like, the historic content I make between now and the 12th when the next set release is kind of a dead format. Because the format's going to get flipped on its head a bit with all these new cards. This is like turn 2, 5, 4. It's like, sign me up. Hey, King Jumba. Thanks for supporting the cause. Well, this is kind of gross. That was sick. Let me know, King, if there is a deck you'd like to get added to the queue. Or get added in to get played today. Our start here is kind of gas, huh? the pest summoning. And it's right to fish for a land too. Could go either way. Environmental sciences could be correct. Oh, they can give this -4 attack. So they're gonna get to complete a dungeon next turn, huh? I guess we just do this for now because it's most resource efficient. Yeah, I think I should have taken environmental sciences. Dug for a land. Well, that's pretty good. Just gonna get to draw 2 now. So, the MPL is going to exist for 1 more year, is my understanding, right? So there's technically still an MPL next year. They're just not playing for anything other than the prizes that are on the line for that year, I think, is what's happening. Or that could not be the case. I just don't understand it all, because organized play is organized play, but... Is crunching for 10? I think so. These blue sources look powerful. They are definitely awkward. I probably should have played this on green. We're not out of decks yet. I have 2 more after this one. But I've still got 90 minutes of my session, so if you'd like to get something added to get a game or 2 in with it, there's definitely still time. Wonder if they'll all head into the Tomb of Annihilation since they're racing us in the air. I guess a 5/4 has raced them pretty hard on the ground. They probably can't afford to do that. Uh-oh. Yikes. I think we're dead at this point. Opponent's build is sweet. Okay, like I've been mentioning, I think the 3-color treasure variations are super reasonable. You think borrowing, bring back Nadar just dumpsters us here, unfortunately. I don't know if this being on green would have really moved the needle this game at all. Let's do another. See if we can get a game where we get to pop off a little bit. Zeta Guardian, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. I got your necklace, King. It'll be up 2 after this one. I've got Mardu and then this one. Yeah, our colored sources there definitely restricted what we were able to do. I guess. Both formats, Jack. Yeah, I'm not, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between the two as people send them in. Yeah, definitely, Volpert. Hit me up. I think we're sciencing. Hi, Twitch. Learned something after being flunked. What a good student, Big Boon. Says, look at your top 5 cards. We can put them into our hand. Franco, thanks for the follow. We lose 3 life for each one we put into our hand. I also just play the Vexing Pest. Could be right to just hammer our life total and draw some cards here. Their deck might be a little bit on the slow side. Skeletal Swarming. Yep. This is... Oh, if a creature dies, they get an extra one. I should read their card chip. Okay, and then if this doesn't die, we have the combo set up, right? Alright, so she's gonna flunk out. So we're looking to Mystic Reflection. Oh, I should have attacked for 5 because I wasn't blocking. Derf. We're going to Mystic Reflection the dog, and then we're going to sack the dog and make a bunch of copies of it. Is the game plan here. Unfortunately, I missed that attack. Wait, what? That had to have been a misclick, right? Alright, sweet. Oh, skeletons have to attack with Swarm. Okay. They have to attack. Got it. Good stuff, good stuff. That's sweet. This deck's kind of cute. I like what it's doing. I like what it's doing. Alright, let me grab the next one here. Chat, I'm glad this is a special day, because, like, man, is it exhausting jumping from deck to deck every round? I don't think I could do this many... I don't think I could do this many decks every single day. It's been a lot. We can do it. We could go for another hour and a half, though, for the kids. We did crush my $1,000 goal, though. You're not wrong. Thanks to everybody that helped us do that. So, today's charity stream, Bob, is benefiting NoKidHungry, and every donation that comes with at least $25 can attach a deck list to it. And I'm playing a minimum of one decent game per deck list. So if it just fumbles and does nothing, we're giving it a do-over. But we're rotating through as people make donations. We have to go to 5 here, unfortunately, like this one. This one might be a do-over for 5's not very nutty. There's been Teamer Magna variations going around, Chunk. Croquis worked on one of them. This is fine, actually. This is, one of those cards that can catch us back up. Just want to see if I can get an point of damage before we cash this in. We'll still kill this, but I want to draw 2 cards to get a treasure here for sure. I think I'm just playing out a dork here, so that way you usually want to wait to showdown until you can play a land off of it, so that way if you hit 2 lands, you can play both of them. Yeah, and this forces them to level this turn. Otherwise, I could block and give it -1/-1. Happy to make a treasure here and get some mana going. I could be right to hold on to that, too, to save it as a body to sack to Blood Avatar later. Each deck getting its own YouTube video. No, this one's gonna go up in one big session. That'll just be standard 22 plus historic charity stream. They'll also have one 3-hour-ish chunk uploaded. Just take our hit for 6 here. Could just be pest summoning here. We start here. Sacrifice this and see what we get. Okay. I'm grabbing necrotic beams here. I didn't play this land in exile because I wanted to have another black set up here. Are we gonna have the biggest donation total? I don't know. Hard to tell with things like this. That's not really the point. I hope everybody has really good sessions. So it's not a terrible game considering we mulligan to 5. So let's give it another crack here. I can't guarantee this is good. I mean, you've seen the rest of what we've played today. Sounds good. I've got a mono blue deck up after this one, and then yours will be up after that. It has some lands in it. Couple, 2, 3. We have not played Mutate turns today. The Squid, thanks for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate the support. Welcome to the channel. Nice, nice. Shambling Ghast against the white aggro deck is so great. Both of these Dorkos are super annoying for this deck to see. Only 15 minutes left. No, I'm going till 5 o'clock. I'm doing 4 hours from 1 to 5. Terrapid, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. 5 p.m. Central. The Discord was too tempting. We do have quite a fantastic community on the Discord. I think I just happily take pest summoning here, right? Because it makes the blood avatar weaker. I'm seeing Canister's Modern Elemental deck. Yeah, Modern Elementals are sweet. We played that on stream ourselves somewhat recently. I think that archetype has a lot of potential. You can find that one up on the YouTube channel. Solitude was an absurd. I wonder if we're gonna get the evoke elementals in historic. Feels like they could be dangerous inclusions. Is doing this considered networking for streamers? Yeah, definitely. Well, and obviously, my opinion on this could change, but I will say that so far, the what's it called? The evoke elementals in modern are the first free spells I've ever played with that don't feel offensive. This is such a sick turn. So sacrifice these 3. We'll kill your Lumiarch with this. You'll sacrifice this one, we'll attack you. Crunch, crunch. This card's sweet. This was really good the last time we played this archetype. Yeah, the Discord is an automated process to join. You also want to link up your Twitch account. You can find the details there on how to do that. Huh. I think I'm going to get a touch greedy here. And X this and then smashing next turn. Got him. Weird that it imported as the wrong format. This one looks sweet. Yeah, this is gas. Frost Augur into UNT. Would you like to learn, opponent? Yeah, Hand of Vecna seems especially sweet with Malaysian here, right? You just, like, play it on 3 after you cast this and equip it, like, crack them for 5 unblockable. Seems quite strong, potentially. What they're doing. I think I'm just gonna head into the Fandelver here. Not that I'm aware of when Mag is. Just spin it. Spin it to win it. Speaking of, is my hand gonna be too empty for this? I'm gonna bottom this because it gives us a chance to draw a card with Frost Augur. What's the process of adding decks to the queue this stream? For this current one that we're running today, you just use the donate link here on Tiltify and put a link to the deck in the comment. Interesting. I wonder if they're playing the Make a Treasure in addition to this. If they're playing that one instead. I think, speaking of treasures, I'll probably make a treasure with this next turn rather than the Goblin, so I can get to Aldrin's Epiphany ahead of curve. I am streaming for about an hour more, till 5 p.m. Central. Yeah, I imagine all the new cards are going to be Historic Brawl Eagle. This is sick. This is a pretty clutch interaction. Alright, kill you. Yeah, we might have to... We're gonna have to kick the tires on this one in a full regular session later this week. I don't know that I want to do this every day, but we might do a like a turbo deck day. Maybe that could be something fun to do once per week or so. Where we like do a low donation amount and we like speed run days so like people can submit a bunch of ideas and then I can pick through ones that I liked. This might give board to a new thing that we do here on the channel, some consistency. Like I think it would be bad to do it every day, but like every so often can be real sweet. Wait. That's the standard 22 deck? Yeah. Imported deck 15. Wait, where is it? Is it a regular standard deck? Oh, you have Kinnian in here. Oh, and Triome. I don't know that I want to do regular standard. Can I like cut Kinnian and the Triome and play this in? Can I just make it a standard 22 deck? We only need to change a couple of things to make that happen. Passage rotated, right? What's his name? Crokies is doing something similar to this, right? Yeah, okay. Listen, chat. There we go. This is something very similar. Yeah, something very similar. Just a white splash. Sick. Run it. Pit Panther, thanks for the donation. I appreciate you supporting it. NoKidHungry, thanks for the follow. That looks like their official channel, so we'll make them a mod in case he's ever working that social media wants to chat. I think we take a mulligan here. Our mana's kind of awkward. Sentinel on 1. This hand's just like absurd if we draw a green or red source in our first 2 draws. I'm gonna YOLO it. Yeah. If you want to hang out with people that are going to be doing charity stuff for the next few days, like I said, this is not just me. So there's this account is being passed off between a bunch of different people streaming magical stuff for the next few days. I'm going to be passing it off to MTG Goldfish. The charity queue still open? Yes, it is. I am going for another hour still, so I have time to get in 3 to 4 more decks, I think. It's a tapped land, but better than bricking. Read. The old basic Forest Expressive Iteration deck here, chat. A true classic. Might be right to keep the Dragonfire to kill the Crawling Barons. I keep this because it's a draw 2 potentially. Maybe get us back in. Alright, let's give this one another try. Yeah, this is good. Sentinel at one's one of the best things you could be doing in this format, I think. So 1 into 2. Our choice of 2 seems good here. Into turn 3 Chariot. Sounds just lovely. I really like the design on these types of ramp spells where they're like are acceleration, but they allow you to, they're kind of conditional in a way. Not blocking. Oh, I suppose if I Innkeeper, we could just like turn 3 Desert Doom here. That's kind of gasoline. Sounds good, Quilcy. No, I think Croaky's is correct. That this is, I would probably say this is the best card in the format. I think one of the things that's very true about this current format is that it's difficult to break serve with the tools that we have available. What I mean by that is it's difficult to win games when you're on the draw. And 1 mana cards that are playable is one of the best ways to break serve in Magic, and I think Sentinel's probably the most playable 1 mana spell. This is standard 22. We are bouncing back and forth based depending on who's submitting what format decks for the charity stream today. Henning Swell. Did you hear about the Fibonacci convention this year? It's gonna be twice as big as the last one. Ba-dum-tsh. So, hand, bottom, exile. Attack their queen. Do I drop another Innkeeper here? It's basically neutral, right? Like, spends a treasure, makes a treasure. If we draw an untapped land next turn, I can Epiphany.
My words are for ambitious minds.
Okay, we're gonna get to kill the Spider Queen here, which is nice. Get to kill her by a lot if we draw a land. Love it. Oh yeah, the treasure would have done it anyways, right? We had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have this extra treasure here. Yeah, we're doing the charity segment through the end of the stream today, Mellow Man. We're going for about another hour. Any donation that you make between now and probably the next half hour or so can get a deck added to be played for a game or two on stream. Okay.
I'm sure you'll do what I demand.
How far do we climb? Not particularly far. That's fine. I said this earlier. Raphael knew what he was doing, putting me early in the stream. I assume he's watched this content before. At least a little bit. Yeah. Our halfling friends here, chat. Doing the Lord's work. Good night, friends. Thanks, Danich. I appreciate the 17 months. Thanks for extending your sub out for a while. I think it's great that you use your reach to do stuff for charity. I don't want to sound too much like a bloody socialist, but watching from Europe, the Americans would be great if governments could solve poverty for people and not charity. You're not wrong. That's also one of the reasons why I like to put my money where my mouth is. And, uh-oh. Am I... Oh, does the other person have their time zone wrong, or do I have my time zone wrong? Hold on one second. Yeah, so this is a shared account between everybody doing the events. I'm just making sure I don't have my time zones wrong. I thought I confirmed. Goldfish is next. Yeah, I just tagged Seth. Is he live already? They're not currently streaming. It could have been someone else not realizing that it would boot us out too. Because sharing this game, Arena doesn't share accounts cleanly because you're not supposed to share accounts. We have special permission. Oh yeah. I want to make sure we log out when we're done.
My show's not working.
Your show's not working. It's a hard knock life. Whatever will you do without your show?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Let me see.
I had Wi-Fi on.
Your Wi-Fi's on? Yeah, it should work fine.
But I don't know.
If it's not working, go take it up to Mom and ask. 16 mythic wild cards. We used over 100 mythic wild cards this afternoon, chat. Shout out to Hooglandia. Hammer it down. For the children, we incinerated over 100 of them. Shout out to Wizards for stocking the account up. For the kids. $100 wild cards is rookie numbers. I mean, generally, but 100 wild cards in, like, the last 2 hours is pretty impressive. Wild cards are edible, right? I think this Dad Judgment is going to be good here, chat. If you'd like to get a deck played on stream after this one, you can donate using the Tiltify link there, and at least $25 donation will get your deck, Historic or Standard 22 deck, up on stream next.
Prepare to defend yourself.
This bubble, this Paladin class inside of Pridemate deck is interesting. We did do Citadel Storm, and we won a game with it. Yeah, yikes. We probably need to... Could we make an announcement in there, Raphael? Obviously, we can't do anything right now, but you should need to tag everyone and tell them that, hey, yeah, I actually can't take game actions now. Alright, well, we'll have to play another game, I guess, which is unfortunate, because our hand is reasonable here, but I just tagged the group in the charity organization Discord. No, I assume just like some other streamer is just trying to get logged in. And I'll relog, I guess, but... Nerd Girl went live again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe that was it. Could see that. Hard default arena for that one. It's not something they support for a reason. It doesn't really do anything, right? This is pretty slow. This doesn't impact the board. I don't think I can keep this in. Yeah, this is fine. I'll keep this. Bottom callous dismissal. Steam vents, eh? Oh, I suppose I'm technically missing second white for Chad, huh? You get 2 shots at it with Search for Escanta. Okay. Thought I bottomed you. Wait, you cut the triumphs for this, Quilcy? I assumed you cut something else. Why'd you cut the triumphs for these? Just for the life gain? That's gotta be wrong. Just for like the miscellaneous. Yep, yeah, exactly that, Socio. Keep in mind we're not doing it for... Oh, there's 1 to find with search. Oh, okay, that makes sense. 1 to find with search is fine. You didn't cut all of them. That seems reasonable.
I will prove myself worthy. This ends now.
And yeah, I should have time to get, let's say 2 or 3 more decks in. The last 45 minutes here. And then I can fill playing something else if we have a little bit of time at the very end, because I don't want to take a donation for a deck and then not be able to play it. I don't have time left in my slot to play it.
I've got you.
We'll put Callous Dismissal in the bin here. So it's card number 6 in the discard pile. So this way, if we bin with Sir Troy's Camp the next turn, it flips over. And now we don't even have to bin it, because Gideon's gone. We will, though.
I know 88 ways to defeat you. Pick one.
Pick one.
Keep an open mind.
Hey, look! It gets rid of, Waste Stop. Yeah, I foobarred. I underestimated how many we get through on the rewards. Also, I think it took up the reward for people that donated but didn't send a deck. So yeah, just in the comments, fine. I'm not 100% familiar with Tiltify's site and interface.
No fire.
No steel. Stops them from drawing, that's great. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bounce the Waste Knot. I'm gonna play Gideon. I'm actually not gonna downtick the Narset because I don't want to have to discard.
You'll have to get through me. Fire and fury.
I don't want to have to discard to the Angrath.
No fire. No steel.
So we're looking for a way to get rid of this. Angrath doesn't deal damage, he causes life loss. Which are technically different in Magic the Gathering.
Hone your prowess.
Ooh, that's a good thought. I should attack with the zombie and then +1 on it. I like that thought a lot. So we're telling Nicol Bolas to get tucked here. So that way Chad can fire up and do Chad things into Angrath.
I do hope it's not. Let's tidy up.
This is like our second or third time playing against Waste Knot today. Best of one is weird. I suppose we're down in gold too. The fact that we're at this ranking probably impacts what we're seeing a good bit too. That's hilarious, doesn't? Oh, I queued for best of 3 by mistake. Out of force of habit. I don't have an actual sideboard, so... sorry to the people actually trying to ladder to Mythic. It's the second time I've done that today. Alright, so I said I wasn't gonna do regular standard decks today, but I also have a soft spot for Winona, so I'm gonna make a one-time exception. And we're gonna play Winona in regular standard. If you'd like to have your deck played after this and also donate a little bit of money to a good cause for a $25 donation, I'd love to play a game with one of your standard 22 or historic decks after we Winona someone nice here. Easy mulligan to start. Yeah, this is pretty good, right? We'll bottom the Innkeeper. Guess I'll put this back into our deck. Lair of the Hydra is going to be our first land, which is awkward with it. Flabusalbum, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. I take no responsibility for this deck. I just clicked the first one and sent it because it had Winona's picture on it. God bless. Ooh, goblins. You know, against goblins, let's Innkeeper. And then Spellbinder. Gain a little bit extra life here. Yeah, so best of one standard's a little bit weird because these arena beginner cards are legal that aren't legal in regular standard. It's pretty good. Yes, that's why Trash Master is legal here for my opponent. They definitely did, Volpert. Playing games of Magic for fun. Filthy casuals. I'm gonna go ahead and step on one of these before they get the Trash Master down next turn. This also gives me something to spend my 3 mana on this turn. One Winona, please. Rats, never lucky. Well, I guess I can do this into level this now, right? Have a good one, Golgari. Thanks for hanging out today. Spellbinder plus Ranger's class is real good. Green-white aggro is what I want to revisit in Standard 22 again. We did that the first day with Dritz, and it felt pretty reasonable. Thanks for the follow, J-Nor. Thanks for supporting the cause, Destoria. Built this in less than 5 minutes. Good luck. I'll take it. I think we just play Bone Dad here, because, like, this is going to kill them in 2 in the air, right? I don't think we're dead here. We're at 25, right? Yeah, new circuit seems sweet. I did by the way, for my regulars, we did a review of this lets them kill this. We sold them down in the backswing. They block here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just need to not block here. So this is 9. 30, 40, 50, 16. Yep, so we just say no blocks, then we kill them on the back hat. Yes. Yeah, Innkeeper is a genuinely impressive card. Yeah, we have a creature land here as well. For an extra 2. Sick. Close game. Gold tier 2. We did climb an entire rung in our 4-hour segment. Hoaglandia's really stepping it up. That one took 10 mythic rares. He said we built this in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, good luck. Just double check our mana base here real quick so we don't get too sad there. I think I want at least one. I want at least one monk in the open hand. Just to fish up on occasion. Alright, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Casminia's ultimate is the -X. You don't need to find spells with her. You just make giant fractals and beat your opponent with them. $26 lands? Yeah, it's probably plenty. It's quite a bit of mana, actually. Yeah, I fit one more spell in here. This ramps too. You didn't miss anything. We're about to... Oh, historic rank. Almost click... My normal button motion is click traditional, chat. Throwing myself off today. This is a pretty good hand. Turn two Walker. Walker Teferi Ranger. Is there a schedule for streamers? Yes, I posted it on Twitter. When I sign off here in about half an hour, I will be passing off to MTG Goldfish with Saffron Olive streaming. I will have a video on the YouTube channel this evening talking about some review of the new sets. And if you look, the general mechanic introduction, I covered that yesterday.
All right. Who's ready for a good
Blue-white rune crab, you say? Probably doesn't really matter what I put on top of my deck, because they're about to mill us.
The future is not yet decided.
Now, there's value in actually drawing cards with Teferi. His ultimate doesn't really accomplish a ton here. Now, looks like blue-white mill. You want to prioritize scrying with him so we can make bigger tokens? Yeah, I guess that's fair. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cash him in here. And play this next one out.
My skills are aged.
The laws of reality could use some revision.
Think fast.
Yeah, I agree that Hideous Laughter is not nearly as good in Historic and Standard as is in something like Modern, because the higher average CMCs we see in this format. Yeah, Teferi with Kaz is a pretty big nightmare for combat stuff.
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
Time to improvise.
So, do I make a 6/6 here? Or do I untap and play Gideon? I think I just play Gideon, right?
I love to make a splash.
Virtue will always triumph.
Let's go ahead and emblem him. As soon as they deck me, they gotta get rid of him to deal with it. And then I think I'll... So, Chad attacks for 4 here. So I'll make a 6/6 with Teferi at end of turn here.
Time's
Make
up.
a 7/7 because we're trying to banish him. And we attack for 11. And then Grandmaster Flowers with this is ready to attack for a bunch as well. I see a jump block here. No? Interesting.
Strive for goodness and dispense justice to the
I think a 5/5 here. Hold on to this in case I might want to loot it later.
Consider all possibilities.
It's looking like we'll have time for one more deck here, so if you'd like to get a deck played on stream after this one, you can make a $25 donation or more on the Tiltify page for the NoKidHungry charity that we're doing a stream for today. I'd be happy to play your standard 22 or historic deck right up after this one. Thanks everybody for hanging out today, by the way. Great to see over 1,000 people here. It's a little bit past when I normally stream, so usually viewers drop off a little bit. Great to see a bunch of people in here still. If you're anybody new to the channel, we have some new followers today. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here in general on Twitch. We do a ton of Magic the Gathering, mostly all constructed. Historic and Standard 22 are the formats I play in general. I also have a YouTube channel. Usually we do a little bit more focused stuff than this. I tend to play usually 2 to 3 different decks per day, each in 90-minute segments or so. And then the decks that are worth watching end up on my YouTube channel cut up in videos. So if you want to see a little bit what my more normal content looks like, you can check that out there. Lots of stuff that gets uploaded every day. Big Rog, thanks for the follow. Nailed it. All right, well, I'm going to queue up another one with this, since we don't have anything up on deck. I think we'll probably have time to get in a game with this and a game with one more thing. So if there's anybody who wants to make one last-minute donation to get something up after this, feel free. Otherwise, this deck seems kind of sweet. If we finish out playing a couple games with this, that's okay. We crushed the $1,000 goal I had set. Gray Bear, there's the last one claimed for the day. Thanks for supporting the cause and for sending a deck to play. Ooh, this is sweet. Oh, Nissa of Shadowed Boss. Okay. I am excited. Bottom the Grazer here. I am done at 5 o'clock. I'll be passing you lovely folks over to MTG Goldfish with Saffron Olive. You'll be doing some continuing on the laddering experience. Thanks for the follow, Rum Team. Red Aggro, punished for playing Goose on 1, or Elf on 1 instead of Goose. I'm going to play Glacial Fortress here rather than the Botanical Sanctum, because this way, if they murder this and we draw... Oh, wait, we actually have a White Source already. We can go White Source Gideon next turn. Because not spending this food has value, because it gets to burn deck. Paying 2 to gain 3 sounds lovely. Hey, what's going on, Hamlin? Yeah, if I have time after this green-black one, I will slip that one in. May or may not. I don't want to cut into Saffron segment. If I can avoid it. Alright, you're locked out, Gitu. Gideon's down to 4. I mean, if Gideon reads, like, gain 7, that's exactly... Whoa, okay. Oh, they're not attacking him. Oh, they have a shock. Yeah, so Gideon, like, took 5 to the face and stopped this from dealing 2 for the turn. Seems decent. We just need a piece of action now, right? Would you like to be hugged by a kraken? 1 Kasmina, please. 1 Born clicks the monstrous raider, please. 1 monk, please. How about land war elves? It's not quite what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and just do this now. What's going on, CEO? Good afternoon. Yeah, we're doing something a little bit special today. We're part of a charity marathon relay stream that Raphael Levy put together. All right, so we're going to 3 here. We'll trade, or sorry, we're going to 4 here. We'll trade with this. Okie doke. Okie doke. We're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair. Take my hands. We'll make it, I swear. Unfortunately, a little bit of anti-synergy with her static text and how this works, but it is what it is. Is what it is what it is.
The future is not yet decided.
Okay. Don't call it a comeback, chat.
It's not the apocalypse is to let another happen.
So this makes a 4/4. Come on, come at me, opponent. Come at me. Yeah, you read that, Teferi Master of Time. Read him and weep.
Seek shelter in my stewardship. Harness the elements.
I think we need to get aggressive here. I need to close this game out. So I'm gonna +2 this one. I think I'm gonna -2 this one. Extradissa might actually be good next turn. It's a haste creature.
Consider all.
I might have been right to make 2/2/2s here, honestly. I get to make another 2/2 and end a turn with this, though. Which I could make a 3/3. So if I block like this, all of their stuff dies. No! Wait. Chat, they missed lethal. Yeah, they missed lethal with the Ramanap runes. Nailed it. All right. Sometimes lucky. I probably clicked on the wrong land. Yeah, that probably what happened. Some, like, black with a small green splash for these. What does this card even do? If a land enters the battlefield under your control, she gets a loyalty counter. Make a 3/3 menace until end of turn. Put a creature with mana value less than or equal to... Remember, lands you control in battlefield with 2/1 counters on it. Alright. Yeah, they did not need to attack. That is correct. I'm gonna go tapped land into untapped land shade here. Yeah, I agree, Sheriff. I think we're gonna experiment with this again on stream, figure out exactly what I want to do. Not 100% sure how I want to do it, but agree that the rapid fire format we did today, where we played a bunch of decks in a short period of time, was amusing. Definitely something to consider revisiting. Shame we don't have a third land here. Or fourth land. An anonymous. Oh, I missed an anonymous donation for $100. Whoever you are out there, anonymous person, I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the cause. That'll put us up to almost 5,500 even once I drop in my 1,000 on top here at the end. I'm supposed to play the Dean out here. Historic's been fine. It's Historic's kind of in a dead format state right now though. Because like we're getting a ton of new cards with this Historic Horizons announcement, so I'm gonna be playing a little bit more Standard 22 and a little bit less Historic between now and August 12th, and then when August 12th happens and we get a huge number of new cards, we'll probably focus on mostly Historic until rotation happens in September. Say hello to my little friend. Do I kick the Thirst or do I jam the Spider Queen? No, we have a special account for the charity stream that I'm a part of this week, Squat Chief. So the account's being passed back and forth between a bunch of people that are streaming Arena. And we're taking it from Bronze up to Mythic. I'm like the third person that's had it. I'll be passing along to Goldfish. They do block Goldspan all day, you're not wrong. I think I like taking this as a window. It might even be right to save the land for these for later. And Blood Chief's thirsting this as medium because they'd be able to have 4 mana to saw it coming to Blood Chief's Thirst, whereas right now they can't saw it coming her because they only have 2.
I will cull the weak.
Cull the weak. Heck, it might even be right to, like, hold the land and, like, run these into here to put an extra counter on her. He's having Menace is pretty decent on this board state, too. Hey, Bolas, thanks for the 28 months. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. So I assume they're about to, like, Frostbite one of these when I double block. So we're just, like, hoping they don't have Frostbite plus an extra turn spell. As is often the case, if they have Aldrin's Epiphany here, I assume we're dead. Alright, they have, you know, casual 9 mana left over because Goldspan Dragon. 900 letters. Those are a couple of pieces of snail mail there.
A gift in exchange for loyalty.
Weird. Okay. I should just make them have another piece of removal, right? Because this way, if they have to have a piece of removal here, then she goes up to 4, and then she can make 2 spiders and survive. Which is kind of nice. It's another Behold the Multiverse. They're going to go digging for removal. They have it already.
Aren't I generous?
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and play this out as a 1/1 with Menace.
Annihilation.
You certainly saw that 1/1 with Menace coming. Are you dead yet? Are you dead yet? Okay. Please concede. I'm gonna try and kill this, because if they have another Epiphany, this is bad for me.
You win this round, but I'll be waiting for you. We will slay our enemies.
Slay our enemies.
My will cannot be denied.
Okay. Well, that gives them a lot of looks. They top something here. Actually, not that terrible a spot because these Skycleave Shades are recursive. They draw. I guess they can just have a piece of removal here, huh? 6. I've got another Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Okay, that's a great draw. So Blood Chief's Thirst this. Fire up the Hive. They need 2 removal spells. Okay. So they should be dead then, right? Well, I guess they can kill this, block both of these. Wow, they were just dead to the Hive the whole time. Sweet. Alright, and we've only got 10 minutes left in my segment, so I'm just going to play one more game. One more game with this one. This deck seems kind of sweet. This might be another one that we poke back and revisit while we're looking at standard 22 stuff a bit more. Like a lot of what's going on here. keep. So, Forsworn Paladin is a card I've liked a lot. And one of the things that's easy to miss on him is that this is a 1 mana play and a 2 mana play, because it lets us make a treasure token to ramp ourselves up. And then because this ramps on 2, it also makes these 4 mana plays. So I actually have 1, 2. I can activate this on 3 as well, potentially. And then like 4, 5. So this hand actually curves really elegantly. The Oratog, thanks for the contribution. I appreciate you supporting NoKidHungry. Thanks, I'll try. As long as people keep me here, I'm gonna do my best to give back what I can. The world's a tough place. We all gotta do what we can afford to do for each other.
I demand.
Alright, got our Howling Mine down. See if they have a way to deal the last couple points to her. She's gonna sit here and draw some cards. It's unfortunate.
You'll fall into my web again.
Got a good amount of pressure in play though, and they missed the land drop. The anonymous donor coming in for $100. Thanks for the support. Thanks for helping us do something great today. MNN, thank you for the contribution. It's a shame we don't have a creature land here. This game would be donezo. This is probably a Doomscar, which means we're actually in quite a bit of trouble. Yes, the vampire kills people real quick. I actually like this card a lot. Obviously, it's going to be a little embarrassing to face a Doomscar, but against other creature decks, like, if they want to removal spell this, they have to 2-for-1 themselves. And if they don't removal spell it, it closes the game out super, super fast. Nice. Would have liked this last turn, but definitely one of our better draws here.
Aren't I the generous one?
Lolith lines up really well into these Goldspan Dragon decks, and sure things have reach. Trades up into that nicely. Razkaz, thanks for getting in. I'll donate so Jeff Bezos doesn't have to. Yep. Don't worry, I'm gonna take some of the Jeff Bezos monies you all sent to me. We're gonna top that off a little bit at the end here.
At least there is blood on your hands.
What kind of voice line is that? At least your hands are bloody while you murder me. Ha! There's a lovely creature land. Got Wrath 6 times. Yikes. Yikes. Goodbye, friend. Seven minutes? I think we have time for one more best of one. I'm kind of into this deck. It's like good leg, black, mid-rangey with a little bit of an aggressive slant, and then the slight green splash. We haven't seen the green splash Ben. Nissa seems sweet. She's a pretty aggressive planeswalker that can generate value as the game goes along. Like the idea of her in something like this. Yeah, this is great. This card makes combat a nightmare for your opponent. You have mana up for it. 1, 2, 3. Deck has a lot of 2-for-1s. I don't know about that necessarily. This is kind of a 2-for-1, I guess. And Lilith's kind of a 2-for-1, but I guess the deck's more aggressive than grindy. Got a little bit of mid-range behind us. Green, white, you say? Hey, thank you to the anonymous who just donated $20. Attack with these to start. Opponent's having a party over there. Go ahead and play another one of these. These look so embarrassing into Skyclave Shade. Alright, here's my land drop. Let me recast my creature. And then next turn, we get to fire up the hive and get in there. Yes! Yeah, I need to remember to log out when we're done. For sure. I appreciate the nudge. No collecting company in this format, friendo. Their party was very small. All right, and with that, I am going to go ahead and be passing you along. So remember, just to give you a heads up of what's going on, I'm going to be hosting the next person in this event today. However, it's going to be going on for more than just today. I'll probably be hosting people when I sign off tomorrow as well. So this was my segment here from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. CET or 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central. Goldfish with Saffron Olive is going to be up next. There's a whole fantastic lineup here of great content producers that are going to be pushing this account all the way to Mythic while hopefully taking in lots of donations for NoKidHungry, working towards the very honorable cause of addressing child hunger in the United States. You can learn more about NoKidHungry at the link in chat. Kind of talks about their organization and what they do with the money that they take in. We crushed my $1,000 donation goal, so thank you to everyone in Hoaglandia that helped with that today. My wife and I said we were gonna match the first 1,000, which was our goal. So I'm gonna add that in once I'm done tonight, and we'll tweet a nice picture of that. Thank you to everyone in Hoaglandia that helped out, and everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday wherever you at, and hopefully I'll see you around again here real soon.